Alright, so after talking about very extensively as well with Pile Drivers Stay Ugly, it's time to move on to... Wait, we're going to be talking about another band that was on Auburn Records. Hip Hip Hooray! Which, of course, this is a good label that has released a lot of great stuff. So, let's get to Havoc with the album The Grip, which was released in 1986. And this is one I do remember listening to this album back in like 2009, I believe. This was like 2009, 2010, definitely 2010. So this is a pretty cool album, actually. This band is also based out of San Francisco, California. So definitely another Bay Area band, and this band does get looked as a power thrash metal band, and there's definitely some thrash in here. This is definitely a little more closer to the likes of Metal Church, think more like the first album, or even like The Dark. Definitely close to that, but this is definitely a solid album. David Hughes has some definitely a pretty good voice. So he's not the greatest singer, but he definitely is good for the album. Then we get Mike Elwood and Frank Rodriguez as the guitar players. So twin guitar attack. Album starts up with Blazes. Definitely a good way to start it. Thrashers is where the album really starts to pick up a bit. Just a good track. Also definitely some chugging riffs here and there. Screams, which is very slow, heavy number. Just very crushing. The Grip, which is the title track. Another great track. The Fire Within. Album keeps going. Then we get the Chainsaw, which of course starts off with pretty much the sounds of chainsaw being, starting up, cranking the fucking thing. Kind of. This would seem like that Leatherface is pretty much cranking the chainsaw up before he kills his victim. So, but it's an instrumental, and it's definitely a very thrashing instrumental. It's definitely pushes it to be more of a thrash metal track. Then we get the Bullets of Blood, which is really kind of gets to that U.S. power metal sound, very Metal Church sounding. Very good track. Son of Thunder, another really cool track as well. Then we get Hour of the Dragon, which ends the album in very good fashion. Just a very epic track as well. And when I say epic, because it just has a feeling for some reason. Just has that. It's a great track nonetheless. Overall, there is not a bad song on this album. This is just a pretty solid power metal album from start to finish. Of course, this band was on Auburn Records. Now, Auburn Records was known for having, mostly bands from the Ohio area. Any bands from there was from the state of Ohio. But thing is, Havoc were from San Francisco, but I forgot the reason for why they were signed, but they were definitely were signed, but they were also with Steam Hammer Records. So, and this was released through Steam Hammer as well, I think 88, and I know the CD was definitely released through Steam Hammer in 1988 as well. So with that, overall a solid album, not a bad track inside. Just some of my personal favorites are Screams, Thrashers as well, alongside, Chainsaw, Bullets of Blood, and Arrow of the Dragon. Just some of my favorite tracks off this. Even Blazes is very catchy as well. Just a good album. If you have heard The Grip by Havoc, what are your thoughts? If you have any thoughts, you can post your comments down below. This is Hippie saying I'm out. It's time to get to the next album. Oh yeah.